Hi volunteers, my name is Beth Wise. I work for VMLC and I am in charge of our surveys. Today's video is going to walk you through how to do our fall 2016 post survey. You will be at the computer and the student will be sitting beside you, and so you'll be clicking everything, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So when you open the internet, when you double click on the internet on any of our student laptops in the computer labs, you will see this page, and if you'll look down here, it says Fall 2016 Post Survey. So you're going to click here for the survey link. You just have to click one time and it's going to take you. So here's our post survey. We will give you rosters with ID numbers. I'm just going to put in that for now, and then we'll use the student's first name. And any of the questions with stars on them are going to be required, and so if you don't answer, it will tell you this question requires an answer. So you don't need to super worry about that, but we will be able to, it will tell you if you don't answer a question. So when you're done, you'll click next at the bottom. So all of this information is going to be pretty easy for you to fill out. Again, you'll have a roster, so you'll have the student's information in front of you. So here's where we start. Did you learn more about computers or improve computer skills at VMLC? And we're specifically talking about this semester. So I'm going to go ahead and say yes. Click next. Which computer skills did you learn about or practice this semester? So here's a list of things that they might have learned in computer class this semester. You can check more than one, or you can just check one. Or if it's too hard to communicate with the students, some of our 1A basic students will not be able to answer questions like this where it gets into specifics, and that's totally fine. You'll see it's not required. If you're having a hard time explaining, I have gone ahead and put in links here. So let me show you. I'm going to click, if I want to show them what an internet search is, I'm going to click there, and it shows us a picture, a video of what an internet search was. So that will help you in explaining to some of your students. So if the words in the survey are blue, that means you can click on them and it will give you a visual representation of what we're asking. So I'm going to go ahead and just click a few things. Do you work? Okay, so we want to know, obviously, if the student has a job. Full-time, we consider 30 hours a week. Part-time is less than 30 hours. What you need to know about this question is that depending on their answer, they will be taken to different responses. So I'll show you real quick. If the student answers no, then you click next, and it talks about if since July 2016 have you done any of the following. So have they looked for jobs on the computer? Have they filled out a job application or had an interview? If they are working but it's seasonal and they're not working right this moment, you can put that in the box. Basically, on the work questions, if there's anything outside of the ordinary, we've given you space to just write what they tell you, and so feel free to do that. Even if it doesn't necessarily fit here, the more information we can get, the better. So I'm going to go back and show you what it will look like if they do work. So I'm going to say full-time. Where do you work? What is the name of your company? So hopefully we can get the name of the company. If we can't, you can get the kind of job that they're doing. Are you a housekeeper? Do you work in construction? Are you a painter? When did you start your job? So I'm going to put painter. And then question 11, when did you start your job? And we're going to use a month to indicate the year. We're going to use a number to indicate the month and a number to indicate the year, like that. So I started in March of 2011. How many hours do you work every week? If it is different every week, you can type varies in the box. So this should be straightforward. If students work 30 to 40 hours a week, you could do 40 hours, or actually you could type it 30 to 40 hours a week, which is totally fine. And then how much do you get paid per hour? If you don't get paid per hour, type how much you get paid per week. So if a student tells you they make $750, you can just put that in. But if they make $400 a week, then you could type that in. Okay? So then since July, we want to know if they've gotten a better position, a better shift, or a better location. Basically, if we're trying to get at their job might be better for reasons other than having more hours or more money. And so if their job has improved in some way, we want to know that. And so this is something that you could do. And again, here, if you're having trouble with the phrasing since July, sometimes that can be confusing. You can click on that and it will pull up a calendar, so you can say, okay, here's today. Since July, have you gotten a better position or a better location? And to get out of this, you just close that tab and it'll take you right back to the survey. And again, if the student tells you something, they work 2 jobs, or something just doesn't quite fit these questions, feel free to type it in this box. And we can look at it as a staff later. The more information you can give us, the better. So when you're done with these questions, you're going to hit next. And the last question, this is the last page. Did taking classes at VMLC make you feel more confident? So if this is a hard question, you can click on the blue words, and that will take you to a confident woman. And you can close out here. And then, yes, and then if the student is able to explain to you in English a cool story from them using their English, or some way that English has helped them, then you can type that in this box. So you could say she was able to talk to her child's teacher about a homework problem. It was the first time. And we'll use these quotes in grants and some of our promotional materials, and of course we'll check with the students if they're worried about that. But that's what that is for. So when you are done, you'll hit done, and then it's going to take you right back to the starting page for another student. So you don't have to fill it again. That survey we just completed has been submitted, and so now you're ready to go get your next student.